Hello and welcome to another Minecraft update video. Today we're looking at the 1.9 Snapshot 15W35B, and again we don't have a lot of changes, but the changes we do have are very cool. So let me run you through those now. The first one we'll look at are these guys. Now we've seen the different command blocks, but you may notice a slight different texture. The outline of this is really the difference. It's a little bit thicker, and you will notice that there are two different types, and that is because there is a new mode for the command blocks to be in. I say mode, it's more of a visual thing from my understanding. You have this little button here which is conditional, and so this is to help you see how you set things up, but you can see these ones here are conditional and these ones here are unconditional. Let's get rid of that. The other thing you may have noticed is this little guy down here, and this one is fairly self-explanatory. It's whether the block needs redstone or whether it is always active. So instead of having those redstone clocks, you can now just set these to always active. So if we have our repeating command block here giving me the message hi, and we have it always active, it will be always active as you see there. So I'm going to turn that off. But this does make using the new command blocks that little bit easier. Now we saw these before, and if you remember rightly, to do stuff with these, we had to power the individual ones that we wanted to be active. Well, we can still do that if we want to. We can just set this to needs redstone, or we can set them to all as always active, and that way when this one is powered, they will all power because they're technically powered just without an actual redstone block. Very cool in my opinion. So aside from the actual command blocks themselves, there's been a little change to one of the commands, or should I say the syntax or whatever, and that's this little addition here, which is the attribute modifier of main hand. You can also use offhand, of course, but what that will do is, it's probably going to be easier if I show you, is it's going to mean that this apple here, when it's in my main hand, the effect will apply. If it's in my offhand, the effect won't apply. So you'll see we don't get any sort of benefit from this, but unless it's in the main hand, in which case we get the speed benefit, which is very cool. Again, something for map makers, but it's going to be something that does make quite a big difference and probably will introduce some really awesome things. So I'm very happy with this change. The next one we will have a quick look at then, this one is very quick, is that there has been some change to the attack speed and attack damage thing. You'll now notice the hoes have different attack speed depending on what they're made of, and I believe a few of the axes have been rebalanced. But the whole premise is still the same. It's just the actual numbers are slightly more balanced. But that again is something that's probably going to change as we go. I mean, we are still in snapshots. So the one thing I imagine that most people are looking forward to are these guys, and these are the new skins for the zombie villagers. They're extremely loud, so I do apologize for that. But the difference here is, of course, just the skin. It is said that the original skin that we used to see has been removed from the game, so it doesn't look like we will be seeing that anymore, and these here will be the variations. Of course, they do come in a few different shapes and sizes. The baby zombies as well have been updated with these textures, and I think personally these textures are awesome. I'm very happy that we have these, and these do indicate what kind of village you will get should you heal these, which again I think is going to be something very useful. It's going to save you from having to change all your villagers and hope you get the right one. This way you can just keep killing until you find the right one, which is very cool. I think this guy here is my favorite one. I think his ripped robes are very cool. But yes, those are the updates for today's snapshot. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, do go ahead and let me know. If you do want to see more of these overviews of these snapshots as they come out, I will be doing them as quickly as possible. So do go ahead and subscribe, and please do let me know what you think of these new changes. I want to hear your ideas for these command blocks because I think some very cool things are going to be happening. And yeah, I'll see you next time.